Welcome to Budget Sheets and Real Life.
This podcast is part of a series for Bronx Alumni's Financial Awareness Month. The myths, the truths, and the reality of budgeting.
And I'm here with Ava, who's a wife, a mother, grandmother, the dependable one everyone calls on when they need advice, money, or a ride.
And I'm here with Laura, single homeowner, inspiring entrepreneur, looking for love, but not looking for anyone to mess up her peace or her credit score.
Welcome back to Balance Sheets in Real Life, where we talk about money the way people actually live it.
Exactly. No perfect spreadsheets over here, just real conversations, real responsibilities, and real life.
And since April is Financial Awareness Month, today we're talking about something everyone says that they do, but most people avoid, like the gym in January.
And February and March, it's budgeting.
Yes, that word alone makes people nervous.
Or defensive.
Or suddenly very busy.
But here's the reality. Whether you're single, married, raising kids, running a business, or all of the above, money decisions affect everything.
And for us, two women, both in the best sorority in the world, both most people call on when someone needs something to get done.
Which always means we're the ones people think always have money.
Let's clear that myth up right now.
Let me ask you something, Laura. People see you as a homeowner and an entrepreneur. Do they assume you're just swimming in money?
All the time. They see the house and they think I've got a secret vault somewhere. But what they don't see is property taxes, insurance, repairs, and an increased electrical bill.
Exactly. People assume stability means excess.
Meanwhile, I'm budgeting like my life depends on it.
Because it does. The truth is, very few people actually have it all together. Most of us are learning as we go, making better decisions over time, and doing the best we can with the information and resources we have. It is important for people to understand that financial growth is a process. Progress often looks like small steps, tracking spending, reducing debt, saving consistently, and being honest about where you are financially. Comparison can be dangerous when it comes to finances. What you see from others, homes, trips, lifestyles, does not always reflect their full financial reality. The focus should be on building your own financial stability, not measuring it against someone else's highlight reel. Having it all together isn't about looking perfect. It's about being honest with yourself, making responsible choices, and committing to improving your financial habits one decision at a time.
Let me flip the question to you. You're a wife, a mom, a grandmother, and you hold a serious role at work. Do people come to you financially?
Constantly. Friends, family, coworkers. Somebody always needs help, advice, or a temporary loan.
Temporary loans, that becomes donations.
Exactly.
So how do you balance generosity and protecting your own budget?
I learned something the hard way. Being dependable doesn't mean being financially available for everyone.
That's a word right there. While helping others is important and often comes from a good place, it can also create financial and emotional pressure if boundaries are not established. Supporting others can never come at the cost of jeopardizing your own financial stability or well-being. When you are the dependable one, people naturally gravitate to you. But being reliable doesn't mean you have to carry everyone else's financial burden. Another important point is that sometimes people assume that because you appear stable, you must have extra resources. In reality, those who are financially responsible often appear stable because they budget carefully, they plan ahead, and they make intentional decisions with their money. You can be kind, supportive, and generous, but you must also protect your own financial foundation. Helping others is powerful, but it should never come at the expense of your own stability. Let's talk about the biggest budgeting myth. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Budgeting or budgets mean that you're broke.
That's the biggest lie out there. Wealthy people budget, businesses budget, governments budget. Well, at least they try to budget.
The truth is, people who don't budget usually don't know where their money is going.
Exactly. A budget isn't a punishment, it's direction. For example, your paycheck budget is the one that keeps you from robbing Peter to pay Paul. It tells your money where to go before it disappears. Like, for instance, use the 50-30-20 guideline. 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings or debt reduction.
So if I understand, currently you are saying my housing expenses is a need and my personal and entertainment is a want. Yeah. I should have some savings of some form for that.
While they, in quotes, say 20% for savings, you just need to have something. Take advantage of your pension and your 401k plan. Or you can open up your own IRA or Roth account. It's a start. But that is another discussion for another day because we are discussing balancing budgets today. So the bigger question is, where is my money going for the entire year? The benefits of an annual budget is that it helps plan for major purchases. It keeps savings goals on track and may help with financial surprises.
Some recommendations for budgeting software and tools. Ava, hold up. We want to inform the listeners that we are not, and I repeat, we are not endorsing these sites, and in no shape or form are they paying us. But the Googles and the people say that the following may be helpful.
Okay, so for beginners, we have Mint, which is now Credit Karma budgeting tools, which tracks spending automatically. It links bank accounts, and most importantly, is free. Then there's EveryDollar, simple zero-based budgeting, and it's also great for beginners. Another budgeting tool is YNAB. You need a budget, which has features that help break the paycheck to paycheck cycle, real-time budget tracking, and goal planning. Great for people serious about changing their spending habits.
And Ava, How about just a plain old spreadsheet? Google Sheets offers free, shareable, and customizable templates that we can use. It helps with monthly budgeting. It has a debt payoff tracker and a savings tracker. That's what you should include in that. But there are some fancy things that you can pay for out there, which is like advanced financial planning. So I believe there's one called like Quicken Simplify, which is investment tracking, cash flow forecasting, and it is a subscription management. So if we're trying to save money, I'm not sure if that's what we would need right now. But we're not, again,
endorsing any of this. A budget isn't about restriction. It's about direction. When you know where your money is going, you stop robbing Peter to pay Paul and start paying your future first.
Ava, let's be honest for a second. At some point in our lives, many of us have played the game of robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Oh, yes. That's the electric bill. That's when the electric bill is looking at you and you're looking at the gas tank and somebody's got to take a L today.
Exactly. That's why a paycheck budget matters. It helps you to tell your money where it's going before Paul and Peter start arguing.
Because the goal isn't juggling bills every month. The goal is knowing your essentials are covered first. Housing, food, transportation, before the fun money starts talking.
In other words, your money should have a plan before your friends invite you to brunch. And at the end of the day, a budget doesn't limit your life.
It protects your future. Let me ask you something real. As a single woman building your life, does budgeting ever feel lonely?
Sometimes, when you're the only one responsible for everything, mortgage, bills, business, it's a lot of pressure. But it's also empowering because every decision is mine.
That's pretty powerful.
But let me ask you this. With the family, how do you make financial decisions when everyone has needs?
Well, priorities and honest conversations. Kids, grandkids, household needs, retirement. You have to look at the whole picture.
Yeah, money is not just numbers on a spreadsheet or dollars in your bank account. It's deeply emotional. It carries our hopes, our fears, our responsibilities, and sometimes even our insecurities. Many of us were taught how to earn money, but not necessarily how to talk about it, plan for it, or heal our relationship with it. Financial decisions are often connected to family expectations, past experiences, and the pressure to appear like you have everything under control. And to top off all of that, we live in a world that is constantly trying to influence how we spend our money. Advertisements are designed to tap directly into our emotion. Sales create urgency. Limited time offers make us feel like we're missing out. Social media. Social media shows us lifestyles that make us question whether we're doing enough or we have enough. Companies spend millions of dollars studying human behaviors so they know exactly how to get our attention. And sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, our wallets. That's why it's so important to slow down and become aware of what is influencing our decisions. Sometimes we're not buying something because we truly need it. We're buying it because the marketing is convincing. The sale felt like an opportunity, or that moment made us feel like we deserved it. But the truth is, financial growth begins with honesty. You got to be honest with yourself. Being honest about where you are, what you want, and what changes you need to make. You don't have to have it all together, not in a day, not overnight. You don't have to. But what matters is that you are aware, you're intentional, and you're willing to take the next step forward. Give yourself grace. Make informed decisions and build a future that reflects your values, not someone else's expectations and not what an advertisement tells you.
Financial awareness isn't about perfection.
It's about honesty
With your numbers
with your priorities.
and with yourself.
We'll see you next time on Balance Sheets and Real Life.
Because real life,
Deserves real conversations.
that's right.
So let's leave the listeners with a few questions they should ask themselves this month.
Okay, first, do you actually know where your money goes each month?
Second, are you spending based on priorities or pressure?
Third, are you saying yes to things that your budget is saying no to?
And finally, are you building a life you want or just funding someone else's?